there, fellow DTF and t-shirt printing community. Welcome to DTF Shop Talk, your one-stop shop for all things direct-to-film and t-shirt printing. We're here to help you turn your t-shirt printing side hustle into your main gig, or elevate your current business to that next level. Whether you're a seasoned printing pro or just starting out with your first heat press, we're here to dish the dirt on everything DTF and t-shirt printing. But we won't stop there. We're your business besties, dishing on design secrets, marketing magic, and the strategies to scale your t-shirt empire to epic proportions, including how we turned our t-shirt side gig into a six-figure business in less than 2 years. We'll be talking shop about pricing strategies, scaling your operation, and navigating the ever-changing landscape of the merch game. Here at DTF Shop Talk, we're not just printing, we're building a community of makers who are redefining what it means to create and sell custom apparel. This is DTF Shop Talk, where the ink flows, the ideas spark, and the possibilities are endless. I'm your host, Allison. Let's get started. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of DTF Talk Shop. Today, we're diving into a crucial topic for any custom t-shirt and apparel business: retail pricing. We are going to break down the entire method on how to price your t-shirts for profit. This is where the rubber meets the road, and getting it right can make or break your business. What's the importance of pricing? Pricing isn't just about covering your costs, it's about positioning your brand and attracting the right customers to ensure profitability, right? None of us want to work for free. If you're too low, you're going to leave money on the table. If you're too high, you risk alienating potential buyers. So you have to find that sweet spot, that middle ground that is going to work for you and your business to continuously grow your business. At Diebold Tees, we started out as a t-shirt printing company. I was initially ordering screen print transfers and using our heat press to create our custom apparel that we sold. We very quickly got into printing for ourselves and started off with a screen printing machine. We also purchased a direct-to-garment printer, and we utilized that method for a while. Ultimately, we ended up with commercial direct-to-film printers, and that is the current method we use. So we sell direct-to-film transfers all across the country, but we still use them for ourselves in our own custom apparel printing business. And don't forget to check us out at DieboldTees.com. We have amazing instant peel direct-to-film transfers with an insanely easy-to-use gang sheet builder on site, or you can custom upload your individual transfers. It is super easy and it is super affordable. Go check us out. And I'll sneak in a little 20% off discount code if you're listening to this episode. Just use code DTF Talk Shop and you can get 20% off your order. Let's explore the key factors that influence retail pricing. So you've got your cost of goods sold, or COGS. This includes the cost of blank apparel, printing, materials, and any other direct expenses. Then you've got your operating expenses. These are costs of running your business, such as rent, utilities, marketing, salaries. And then you've got your profit margin. So this is the percentage of revenue you keep after covering all costs. Don't forget to do your market research, which is where you will understand where your competitors are at, what they're charging, and what customers are willing to pay. And this is essential. Then you've got your perceived value. The perceived value of your product is influenced by factors like design, quality, and brand reputation. Okay, let's elaborate on each of these points that we mentioned. First, we have our cost of goods sold. The definition, cost of goods sold, represents the direct costs associated with producing each item you sell. So this is the foundation of your pricing strategy. And the components are your apparel, the blank apparel. What does it cost you to purchase the actual t-shirt, hoodie, tank top, etc.? This will vary significantly based on the brand, the material, and whether you're buying in bulk, and whether you are buying wholesale directly from a distributor or you don't have a business license and you're purchasing retail. That will affect the difference in the cost of goods. Now, what are your printing and costs? This includes the method of printing that you are doing. Are you screen printing? Are you using a direct-to-garment printer? Are you using a direct-to-film printer? Are you purchasing transfers? Are you doing embroidery? All of these different methods have a different pricing attached to them. So you need to know your price points on whatever your printing method is. And this will vary significantly. Don't forget about packaging costs. There are costs of your polybags, tags, labels, boxes, any other packaging materials that you're using, any other shipping materials that you're using if you're shipping. Don't forget to include all of these into the cost of goods. And don't forget your shipping costs that are associated with you purchasing those costs of goods. Not your shipping costs to your customer, but whenever you're ordering your blank apparel, your printing supplies, whatever it is that you are purchasing, don't forget to include that shipping that you are paying. Okay, so now you will want to calculate all of your costs of goods. So add up all of these costs for each individual item. For example, if a t-shirt costs you $3, the printing cost is $4, and the tag is 50 cents, your cost of goods sold is $7.50. So now we move on to operating expenses. And the basic definition of this is these are the costs of running your business that aren't directly tied to producing the individual item. So that would be like your rent or your workspace, your utility. Are you using electricity, internet, phone, marketing and advertising expenses, your website hosting, your social media ads, any salaries and wages that you're paying any employees you have, software subscriptions like your design software, your e-commerce platform fees, anything like that that goes into running your business. Any professional fees like your accountant or an attorney, insurance fees, and just general office supplies that you're using to run the business. Allocating operating expenses can be a little bit tricky. So, a common approach is to estimate your total operating expenses for a period of time, either a month, 4 months, a year, whatever it is that you want to use to determine the operating expenses, and then divide that by the number of units you expect to sell during that period. So, this will give you a per unit allocation of operating expenses. So now moving on to the important part, the profit margin, right? And so this is the percentage of revenue that you keep after covering all costs. This will be the cost of goods sold and the operating expenses together. After that, this profit margin is what you're going to earn. We will determine the profit margin percentage, which will be your net profit divided by your revenue and multiply that by 100. So let's use the example before where our cost of goods was $7.50. And let's just say we sell that t-shirt for $20. If our allocated operating expense is $2 per item that we are creating, then our net profit would be $10.50. This would be what you take home. And so you would plug that in to find your profit margin, which is $10.50, which is your net profit, divided by your $20 revenue. And you do that first, multiplied by 100 is a 52.5% profit margin. Now, what is a desired profit margin? This is going to vary by industry and by business goals. Remember that a healthy profit margin is essential for reinvestment growth and weathering any unexpected expenses. Do a little research on your own. Google has plenty of research on what a healthy profit margin is to maintain and grow a business. Next, in determining that retail price that you want to sell your goods for, you need to do a little market research, okay? And so this is basically just understanding your target market and what similar products are selling for. I will say also, don't get too hung up on what everybody else is doing. Do your research, figure out what the range is for your targeted audience, and don't get hung up on what everybody else is doing or selling for. Find out what works for you and your expenses and your profit margin needed to help you grow and make a living. Some key aspects of market research would be searching things like competitor analysis. So research businesses selling similar custom apparel, look at their pricing, look at their product quality, look at their target audience, and look at their marketing strategies. The target audience is defining your ideal customer, okay? And finding out what are they willing to pay? What are their expectations for the quality of your products and the designs of your products? What's your niche? Is it spirit wear? Is it bulk promotional items for businesses? Whatever it is, find out what that target audience is looking for and what they're willing to pay for it. And then you've got market trends, which you're doing probably all the time just by being on social media, but that's just staying up to date on trends in apparel, design, and pricing. So use this market research to help you determine what a competitive price range is and understand how your product's features and benefits compare to others in the market. And then moving on to the perceived value. So how are customers perceiving the worth of your product beyond its basic functionality? What makes it stand out? What makes them think or feel that it's superior to others in the industry beyond the basic wearing of the custom apparel or the garments? Some factors that influence perceived value are design uniqueness. So people love original and appealing designs, and those will always command a higher price. Anything that you can customize will always go for a higher price as well. So if you are able to fit that within your niche in your business, I would always recommend doing that. This also is influenced by the material quality, right? Higher quality fabrics and printing techniques increase the perceived value. And I'm a sucker for this all the time. It's psychology. If something feels softer, stretchier, more luxurious, I am definitely going to pay a higher price for that than something that is itchy or uncomfortable or whatever it may be. So a good example of this is always in the industry looking at the Gildan versus Bella canvas. And you'll have other brands that are similar to those two as well. You can tell the difference between wearing a Gildan shirt or a Bella canvas shirt. Now that again just depends on your target audience. My husband does not care. He does not care if it's Gildan. He does not care if it's Bella Canvas. He does not care if it's Louis Vuitton. He wears whatever. I am a little bit more picky and I don't love to wear something that's not more comfortable or soft feeling. He doesn't even like things that feel soft. So you have to find out what your target audience is interested in. What are their needs? Those things will help you to determine what kinds of goods you are going to use for your products. Other factors include your brand story and reputation. A strong brand with a compelling story and a positive reputation can justify higher prices. We are all emotionally attached to the things we buy, right? We are always looking to connect, and that includes purchasing from a brand. We want to connect with a brand, not just people. We want to make sure that we have that emotional human connection with the people behind the brand. So it's their story and their reputation that will provide that. Another big one is customer service. This will go so far. Excellent customer service enhances that overall experience and that perceived value. Let me tell you time and time again, our customer service in our business has proven to be more important to people than the quality of the transfers that we provide. And that for me was interesting because we were huge sticklers on providing the best quality transfers. We tested transfers for over a year that we printed before we would ever sell to anybody. And that was probably a little bit of overkill, but that's just how I am. I'm obsessed with the quality. But the customer service actually came in at number one before quality when determining what was the perceived value of our business. So do a little bit of research in your own business to determine how you can provide that excellent customer service to your customers. And then lastly, limited editions and exclusivity. Again, creating a sense of scarcity can increase the perceived value and willingness to pay. If you want to learn anything about marketing and research, grab some psychology books. It's all about the psychology behind how, why, and when people purchase products. Dive into that if you want to have a great understanding and can really reach your target audience and convince them that they need to have this product and that their life will be enhanced and better because of your product. By carefully considering all of these factors that we just talked about, you can develop a pricing strategy that covers your costs, ensures profitability, and attracts your target customers. Remember that pricing is not static. You should regularly review and adjust your prices based on changes in costs, market conditions, customer feedback, trending designs, trending products. All of those things will always play a volatile factor. It can change at any time. So we are going to provide a free download of a formula that you can use and just plug into an Excel spreadsheet or Google Sheets or whatever it is you use. And you can come back to it and compute your cost of goods, your profit margin, all of the things that you need to know that you can easily just plug in your numbers and have the formula help you determine where your price points should be at to make sure that you are making a profit. Don't sell yourself short. You're doing hard work. You're doing valuable work. And just remember that you deserve to be compensated for the hard work that you are putting in. And I know it can be difficult, but again, this formula can be easily changed to adapt to whatever is currently happening in the market. But we just wanted to provide a quick and easy way to come up with a price point you can be at without all of the overwhelming numbers and all of the overwhelming definitions of these business terms that we use to determine profit. If there are any other things that you are interested in learning about that goes into determining a profit margin along these lines of determining the retail price, let us know, comment below. We are happy to delve into the research behind any of these topics that help you run and grow your businesses. We love to see you guys growing your businesses alongside us, and we are here for you for any of these questions that you may have. Don't forget to check us out at dboldtees.com so we can help you even further grow your business. Don't forget to check us out at dboldtees.com so we can help you further grow your business with our amazing DTF and UV DTF transfers, or you can comment below and let us know any topics you'd like to see us discuss on the next episodes. Thanks and have a good day. We are so excited to cover everything DTF for your t-shirt printing business. And don't forget to subscribe to this podcast and tune in for all of our next episodes. Happy printing!